Hi, Anthony. Can you tell us a little about yourself and what inspired you to become an instructor with Americans for Equality?
Yeah, sounds good. Americans for Equality has long been just an inspiration to me. Seeing people that look like me, seeing people of all ages, all backgrounds, be able to come forward and just like take time to learn and to grow and to advance their skill set. That's absolutely huge. So for me, like the ability to like reflect back on my own life and say like, man, I wish I had something like this where I could invest my time and my efforts, my energy into and know that like I get to learn skill sets like AI and coding and cybersecurity. Like those things are huge and they're so invaluable today. And that's why I honestly got involved and I'm super excited to see students getting involved in the future.
Knowing that coding is complicated, how did you make it easier for students to understand?
Ah, man, that's a great question. I think like for me, like being able to really understand coding starts at the fundamentals and really to grasp the fundamentals and really to grasp the fundamentals. It starts with like being able to really understand and break down the basics of being able to loop through code or being able to set variables and yes, you can do that in code when in writing, but to your point, it is complicated. So that's why introducing platforms such as Xano for a backend and being able to create and being able to create a real functional backend with real logic, with real loops, with real ramifications, and then a beautifully designed front end, and how that like marries together to create not only data transformation but to create a full scale app that you can basically go place into a real world setting. These are real world apps that are solving real world problems. And so at the end of the day, like we wanted to start here because this was the jumping off point for students to be able to grasp the basics so that they can be able to be effective when they move on to code.
Great. So, if you could give advice to future instructors or mentors with Americans for Equality, what would you tell them?
Ah, man, I would say this is one of the most rewarding experiences, hands down, because you really get to see students at where they're at. In some cases, they may not know anything about AI or may not know anything about cybersecurity or even coding, right? And be able to like walk them through a challenge that they may have and see their like their mindset change, see their see the light bulb pop on for them. Super super cool because at the end of the day, like we want to get people and students ultimately from point A to point Z. And as an instructor, being able to see that process occur right before you, it's so rewarding, so rewarding. So any instructor that's looking to do this, man, I can't emphasize enough. Americans for Equality is a place for you.